All right, so another property that we have with powers is called the quotient of powers property. So that's when we're dividing. So if you have a base that remains the same for both, we have the base of x stays the same, and we have exponents, then if we're dividing these two powers, we can just subtract the exponents. So let's try that. So in this first one, my bases are the same, and I'm dividing. That's what this fraction bar means, is divide. So I just subtract the exponents. 4/5 minus 1/5. This time it's easy because I have a common denominator. So 4/5 minus 1/5 leaves me with 3/5. And this time it does give us instructions. It says to express the quotient as a radical. So then I have to take that one extra step. I kick the bottom out, so the 5 becomes my index number, and then I have x to the third inside. All right, so in order to use the quotient of powers rule with this next one, I'm going to have to begin by writing them both exponentially. So the top, the numerator, where I have the 6th root of n to the 5th, is going to become n to the 5/6. On the bottom, remember when you don't have an exponent inside, you really do, it's a 1, we just don't write it. So the bottom becomes n to the 1/3. Now, in order to divide, I'm going to use my quotient of powers property, which means I'm going to subtract the exponents. I'm going to do it over here off to the side. 5/6 minus 1/3, common denominator, rewrite my fractions, and then subtract. And 3/6 can be reduced to a half, so I would get n to the 1/2. If I have to write that in radical form, that means I kick the bottom out, so the 2 becomes my index number, and the n to the first is left inside. I can even write that in a little bit simpler terms by not writing the 2 or the 1, and I can just write square root of n. Because when it's a square root, you don't have to write the 2.